Maulana Qasim Nanotwi, he was the founder of Darul Uloom Deoband. Allah had blessed him with such knowledge. One of his students was Shaykhul Hind rahimahullah, Maulana Mahmud al-Hasan. And he had the good fortune of studying from Maulana Qasim Nanotwi rahmatullah alayhi. And Shaykhul Hind, he became such after him. People like Anwar Shah Kashmiri rahmatullah alayhi, Maulana Ashraf Ali Thanwi rahmatullah alayhi, Maulana Ubaidullah Sindhi, Maulana Hussain Ahmad Madani, who are all grand muhaddisun. Anwar Shah Kashmiri rahmatullah alayhi, it was said about him, his understanding, knowledge and remembrance of hadith. He was like Imam Bukhari, Ibn Hajar Asqalani, Imam Nawawi and Abu Hanifa all in one, according to modern times. That is how grand a scholar he was. Maulana Ashraf Ali Thanwi has been recognized as the Mujaddid of the 14th century by many saintly and great ulama. So people were like them were students of Shaykhul Hind. And Shaykhul Hind rahimahullah, he was a student of Maulana Muhammad Qasim Nanotwi. And when Maulana Qasim Nanotwi passed away in 1879, Shaykhul Hind rahimahullah, he was so much taken back. For 1 month he didn't speak to anybody. And then when Maulana Rafiuddin Sahab, who was the Muhtamim of Darul Uloom Deoband at the time, he came up to him and shook him and made him realize his responsibility, that it's not going to do you any good by just shutting yourself away. And Shaykhul Hind rahimahullah said, all this knowledge that I had acquired and the hard work I was putting in, it was simply so that I can make myself worthy of understanding the knowledge which Maulana Qasim has left behind. So if he is no longer around, my life isn't worth living. So you can imagine what knowledge Allah had blessed Maulana Qasim Sahab rahmatullah alayhi with. When Maulana was young, he had a dream. He was standing on top of the Baytullah. And while he was standing on top of Baytullah, he saw as though from his body there were thousands of streams flowing in all directions of the world. And he came and mentioned this dream to Maulana Mamluk Ali, who was one of the teachers of Maulana Qasim Sahab, and one of the students of Shah Abdul Aziz Muhaddis Dalvi, who in turn was the son of Shah Waliullah. And Maulana said, Allah will bless you and Allah will spread the knowledge of Islam through you to all corners of the world. And in another instance, he had a similar dream that he was standing on top of Baytullah and there was a stream flowing from Kufa towards him, and it touched his feet and then it seemed to end over there. And then again when he narrated his dream to his Shaykh, Maulana Mamluk Ali, he said, Allah will take work from you in such a manner, Allah will revive and spread the Hanafi fiqh through you, but very soon after Allah takes the work, you will die. So Maulana Qasim rahmatullah alayhi, he took part in the struggle for independence in 1857. Then in 1866, Allah through him established the Darul Uloom Deoband. Then soon after that, when the first batch of graduates graduated, Maulana had gone to Hajj in 1878. Along with many of the great scholars and mashayikh of the time. And as soon as he came back, and when he was in Medina and Makkah, out of the respect and love and reverence that he had for Baytullah and Madinatul Munawwara, he took the whole journey not just on walking but bare feet. When he reached Madinatul Munawwara, and as soon as he saw the minarets, he took off his shoes. He said, how can I walk in this city where Rasulullah has walked with my shoes? And similarly throughout his stay in Makkatul Mukarramah, he didn't wear shoes, and he didn't want to sit on a ride. He said, in this noble city of Rasulullah and in the neighborhood of Baytullah, how can I mount a ride? And he would walk. But all this tired him out so much. Then when he returned back to India, he had fallen severely ill and very soon he died. But Allah took so much work from him, and through establishment of Darul Uloom Deoband, and that was the first institution established in the whole world which provided structured Islamic education, but without the support of the ruling state. Azhar was established in the year 972 for almost 1,000 years, but Azhar has always been under the supervision of the rulers. Nizamiya in Baghdad, Mustansiriya in Baghdad, similarly, but Darul Uloom Deoband in India was the first establishment to provide structured training. There were grand ulama, but they would all hold their circles in different places. Fi sabilillah. But everybody provided their particular speciality. But Darul Uloom Deoband was the first institution in the history of Islam which provided structured education from the roots up to the highest level to the public, free of charge, without state support, and through collecting funds from people, and that allowed the people as well to participate in this good welfare. And then subsequently the people who then graduated from Darul Uloom Deoband, like Maulana Ashraf Ali Thanwi rahimahullah, Shaykh al-Hind rahmatullah alayhi, Mufti Muhammad Shafi rahmatullah alayhi, they all went all over the world and they established madaris in other parts of India. In the same year, 1866, after Darul Uloom Deoband, they established Mazahirul Uloom in Saharanpur. 1892, Nadwatul Ulama. 1896, Athara Hazari in Bangladesh. And then other ulama who graduated throughout India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, which is now. And then some of the graduates of those madaris then came here, Darul Uloom Bari in America, in Canada. All these madaris have been established by the sons of the sons of the sons of Darul Uloom Deoband. Other people, petrodollars and others, mashallah, they are for other things. But Allahu Akbar, these humble people, out of collections, assistance, going door to door. And when you see most of the Darul Ulooms throughout the world, Allahu Akbar, are established by the sons of Darul Uloom Deoband. In the Arab world, you hardly see any institution which is not state funded. Medina University, Makkah University, alhamdulillah, but all state funded by petrodollars and so on. But these people are from grassroots, from public money. Hence the ulama, they produce humble, sincere, deep, the knowledge, sound knowledge. And in this time and age, Allah has blessed Darul Uloom Deoband. That alhamdulillah, it is the representative of the maslak of Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah, as has been acquired by our pious ancestors, and continues to serve Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah throughout the world. And there are more ulama and huffaz in India, Pakistan than all the world put together. The ulama and the huffaz, Allahu Akbar. And mainly it was after Darul Uloom Deoband was established, then other people, Al-Hadith, Brelvis and others, they also established madaris. But Darul Uloom Deoband was the one which set the trend, which was the benchmark for all madaris. And even the syllabus which was established in Darul Uloom Deoband, that is primarily what is taught in most parts of the world even today. Allahu Akbar. And his other books talk about existence of Allah against the Christians. When one reads Allahu Akbar, it leaves a person is in sheer amazement to what Allah had blessed that humble servant of his. And he left this world at a humble age of only 49. When he left this world, he was only 47, 48 years old. Allahu Akbar. Other his associates like Maulana Rashid Ahmad Gangohi rahimahullah, they lived longer. But Maulana Qasim, in a tender age of 47, 48, when he left this world and he died, but he left behind, Allahu Akbar, such as Sadaqah Jariyah, that most of the ummah today is benefiting from what he left behind. So we can imagine the honor and the status Allah will give him in the life hereafter.